Good morning, children. Today we are here to discuss Unit 9, what is inside atom of math. Today what we are going to discuss is Bohr atomic model. Before going to this particular Bohr atomic model, let me come to a Rutherford atomic model. Why this particular Bohr atomic model came into existence means to overcome the limitations of Rutherford's atomic model. What is the limitation does exist in Rutherford atomic model? We have seen clearly that when an electron is orbiting around the nuclei, for example, this is nuclei. If it is orbiting around the nucleus, as it is orbiting around the nucleus, it loses its energy and it will fall into the nucleus. It will fall into the nucleus, that indicates atom collapse. But he said that atom is stable. Electron, as it is revolving around the nucleus, it radiates energy. It loses its energy. As it is losing its energy, it will fall into the nuclei. But Rutherford said that atom is stable. He could not give any clear justification for that particular drawback. So, to clear the to overcome the limitation of that particular drawback, Sir Niels Bohr in the year 1913, a Danish physicist or scientist, he discovered a new model. That model is called as Bohr's atomic model. According to this particular model, some salient features are there. First salient feature he would like to main thing is what? To overcome the limitation of Rutherford atomic model. He said that electron revolved around the nucleus in one stable orbit. He said that is nothing but what? A stable orbits are existing. Within that stable orbit, K, L, M, N are nothing but what? Stable orbits, that two are what? Circular orbits. In that particular circular orbits, electrons will be orbiting around the nucleus based upon one point, that is nothing but what? Without emission of radiation. Without emission of radiation, within circular orbits, electron is orbiting around the nuclei. Each orbit, see here, E1 is, K is one orbit, L is one orbit, M is one orbit, N is orbit. Each orbit is specified with a definite energy. Means what? Each orbit will have its energy. That indicates first orbit is having E1 energy, second orbit is having E2 energy, third orbit is having E3 energy, fourth orbit is having E4 energy. Each orbit is consisting of definite energy, that is called as energy shell. It is called as E1 energy shell, it is called as E2 energy shell, it is called as E3 energy shell, E4 energy shell, so on. All energy shells will be existing around the nucleus. The orbit which is near to the nucleus is called as lowest energy shell. The orbit which is far away from the nucleus is called as highest energy shell. That particular point we have to keep in our mind. And it can be designated with what? K, L, M, N, so on. When the electron is in energy shell, when electron is existing in lower energy shell, now the first lowest shell is what? This the orbit which is near to the nucleus is called as lowest energy shell, and this orbit is called as higher energy shell. When electron is existing in lowest energy shell, we'll call that particular orbit as ground state orbit, we can call it up. What we can call that one as? Ground state orbit, we can call it up. That is the point what we have to keep in our mind. Next one, coming to third point. When electron jumps from E1 shell to the top of E2 shell, whereas E1 shell is called as ground state shell, E2 is called as excited state shell. When electron is jumping from ground state shell to excited state shell, energy will be get absorption of energy. Why means it is having lowest energy shell, it is having highest energy shell. If electron has to move from lower energy to higher energy, it has to absorb little bit quantity of energy so that it can accommodate in a higher energy shell. So that would happen, absorption of energy takes place. Similarly, if electron jumps from excited state, this is a higher energy shell is called as what? Excited state, and lower energy shell is called as what? Ground state. When electron is jumping from excited state to ground state, what it will do? More energy will be existing compared to that of E1. E2 will be having more energy. So it radiates energy or it emits energy to come electron from higher energy shell to lower energy shell or excited state to what? Ground state. That particular point is third one what we have to keep in our mind. Coming to fourth point, the energy here, what happened there? Energy is absorbing, whereas here the energy is emitting. Either by electron is jumping from lower energy shell to higher energy shell or higher energy shell to lower energy shell. Energy is absorbing as well as energy is emitting. It can be represented as what? The energy of absorbed as well as emitted energy is equal to the differences between these two energy levels. What is difference here? E2 minus E1. You know the difference is how much? E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1 and E2 minus E1 is equal to a Planck's equation, that is what? Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1 is equal to h mu. Delta indicates what? Difference in energy. How much difference it is there? Depending upon energy levels, we can identify how much difference it is existing. That will be equal to Planck's equation, that is h into mu, where h is called as Planck constant, whose value is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, or 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 27 ergs per second. We can give it up, where mu is called as nothing but what? Frequency of that particular orbit. We can give it up. Number of cycles orbiting by the electron around the nucleus in specified orbit. We can give it up. That is the thing what we can give it up. That is fourth point. We can give it up. Fifth point. This is fourth point. We will study it up. Next one is what? Fifth point. What is the fifth point here? Electron is existing here. Suppose if this electron is orbiting around the nucleus in specified orbit, therefore electron is making what movement here? Angular momentum is taking place. Electron is moving from here to here one position, from here to here one more position, from here to here one position. So angular in the form of angular momentum only. Electron is revolving around the nucleus. The angular momentum of electron orbiting in specified orbit around the nucleus can be given by one formula, that is nothing but what? M of E into V into R, which is equal to NH by 2 pi, where M of E indicates nothing but what? Mass of the electron. V indicates what? With what velocity electron is orbiting around the nucleus. R indicates what? Radius from center. How much radius does it is? Radius of that particular specified orbit. And this orbit radius will gradually changes from one orbit to the other orbit. So that what happens? N indicates what? Number of shells. N is equal to 1. First principal quantum number. N is equal to 1. First shell. N is equal to 2. Second shell. N is equal to 3. Third shell. N is equal to 4. Fourth shell. So on. N represents corresponding energy shells. We can give it up. Where Me represents mass of electron, which is negligible. We represent velocity of electron as well orbiting around in the orbit. R represent radius of that particular orbit. We can give it up. These all are the postulates or salient features that Niels Bohr has been given there itself. Main theme is what? To overcome the limitations of Rutherford atomic model. Later on, these all are nothing but what salient features of Bohr atomic model. Now we will go through with what limitations or drawbacks of Bohr atomic model. First limitation of Bohr atomic model is he could not explain more than one electron elements existing. More than one electron existing elements only he can explain, he could explain, but more than one electron elements or atoms if they are existing, he could not explain. This theory cannot be get suitable for those elements. First drawback is that one. Second drawback is what? He could not explain Zeeman effect. What is called as Zeeman effect? When a magnetic field is applied around a shell, stationary shells, those shells will be get split up in the form of subshells. That particular phenomena is called as what? Zeeman effect as well as Stark effect. Magnetic field as well as electric field applied, they will split up in the form of discrete sub-energy shells. That particular phenomena, how that particular discrete sub-energy shells can be get split up, he could not give a clear justification for those 2 points. Fourth one is what? He could not give an explanation about what? Chemical bond formation. Already chemical bond we have seen it up. Hydrogen electron is having one more hydrogen and electron is existing. Together it forms what? Hydrogen molecule. What molecule will form there? Hydrogen molecule. More than one electron is there. Therefore chemical bond concept. How this particular bond has been formed? By means of chemical bond, which only sharing of electron between 2 atoms. This particular phenomena is not explained by Niels Bohr. This is also one more drawback we can give it up. Last drawback is what? He could not explain or justify the angular momentum of electron is MVR. ME of VR is equal to NH by 2 pi. It is quantized for each orbit. If I am taking n is equal to 1, h by 2 pi it is quantized. 2h by 2 pi it is quantized. 3h by 2 pi so on. NH by 2 pi electron orbits it will be get quantized. He could not give a clear justification how this particular energy quantization is taking place for each and every orbit. That is the concept of Niels Bohr atomic model. By this particular phenomena, we have completed up to atomic models. Let me recapitulate the history of an atom, how this particular atom came into existence. In the year 422 BC, before Christ, a scientist named called as Democritus, he came into existence and he said that matter is composed of indivisible material called as elements. Indivisible material called as elements. With that the matter is composed. That was the concept given in the year 422 before Christ by Democritus. Later on in the year 1803, Dalton, he proposed first atomic model that is called as Dalton atomic model, and he said that atom is indivisible and identical atoms will have identical features, dissimilar atoms will have dissimilar features. Those all concepts he explained there itself. In 1886 AD, after death of Christ, Goldstein, he came into existence and he discovered canal rays. Canal rays are nothing but what? Positively charged rays, we can call it up, which was named by G.J. Stoney as positive charge called as proton. That is, in 1886, Goldstein discovered canal rays which are positively charged. In 1898 AD, Sir Thomson discovered electron. Discover what? electrons which are negatively charged particles which are embedded throughout the nucleus there itself, throughout an atom in a nucleus there itself. That particular phenomena was explained. In the year 1908, later on in the year 1908, Rutherford came into existence and said that positively charged particle is not existing throughout the atom, it is existing at the center of the nucleus, center of the atom, that is called as nucleus. He discovered nucleus. Within this nucleus is what only positive charge got as proton is existing. Why means till now we got only proton. Protonic mass is 1836 times greater than that of mass of electron. Therefore, the positively charged nucleus is having only proton. It was not having any neutron. Why means till this particular period neutron is not yet discovered. Neutron is not yet discovered. Later on in the year 1913, Sir Niels Bohr, who belongs to Danish, a scientist, came into existence and he said that electrons will orbit in stable stationary orbits in which definite energy will be existing. That particular phenomena was given by Niels Bohr. Later on, one more chemist came into existence called as Henry Moseley. He discovered atomic number which is represented with what? Z. Number of protons in an atom will give us nothing but what? Atomic number. Later on in the year 1932, Sir Kakatiya came into existence. He discovered neutron there itself. He discovered neutron. Neutron is nothing but what? A neutral charged particle which is having mass equal to mass of proton. Neutron mass of neutron is equal to mass of proton, such that mass of neutron as well as mass of proton together will give us mass of an atom which is located at the center of the nucleus. That is, in nucleus there will be existing, in which proton will be there as well as neutron will be there, and we see that neutron mass as well as proton mass is quite equal to the mass of proton. So that it is 1836 times heavier than the mass of electron. That is, mass of proton is greater than 1836 times greater than the mass of electron. Neutron mass is also equal to greater than the 1836 times greater than the mass of electron. Therefore, the mass of an atom can be explained based upon the nucleus is consisting of. After discovery of neutron, they decided that the nucleus consisting of two components, major components, they are nothing but what? Proton and neutron, which together will give us atomic mass number. This is total introduction, a total concept about history of atom up to where we have discussed there regarding this concept atomic models. By this you have completed atomic model, children. Try to analyze the concept. Thank you, children.